What's going on, everybody? DB4, welcome back to the channel. And we got a dope list for y'all. Let's get it. Now look, 2023 was a great year for video games. It's probably the best year we've had in a very long time. And I'm going to give you my top 10 games that we played in 2023. Now this list is based on the amount of fun we had with these games. The community response was also considered, and mainly it's about the enjoyment we had playing these games. I'm also going to give a brief summary about our experience with these games, so let's get it. Now check it out, we played a lot of games last year, so getting this list down to 10 was definitely tough. We're going to start it off like this. Coming in at number 10, this game almost didn't make the list because of a lot of buggy issues that we're not going to speak about. Save files and stuff like that, but this game was dope. If I want to be honest, I could not make a list based off of the amount of fun we had without putting Far World Pioneers on this list. And honestly, if you check out the community response, I think a lot of people feel the same way. This game kind of came out of nowhere for me, actually on the Xbox Game Pass. Now, when I played this game, it was very similar to Terraria, games like Starbound and stuff like that. So I said, let me check this out. But this game was a surprise. I enjoyed every minute of it, even though I had to replay it several times. But I had so much fun playing this game on camera and off camera that it had to be on the list. Number 10, definitely. Now, moving to the next game, another surprise game for me. Now, I don't really play roguelike games, but the next game on this list is Death Must Die. This game came out of nowhere. I played this game during a Steam Next Fest event, and I was like, yo, this game is dope. It got the real old school arcade style, and honestly, it got me into roguelike games. As you can see, we ended up playing Vampire Survivor on the channel, another dope game that's been doing well for years now, a couple of years. So I played Death Must Die, and this game was dope. As you can see, it's very popular now that it came out of early access, and it's in 1.0. Everybody's enjoying the game. Everybody loved this game. We had fun with it as well. Dope game. Now, number 8, a surprise game, pretty dope game. Now, this game is Xenonauts 2. I never played Xenonauts 1, but I did see a lot of footage on it, so I wanted to check out Xenonauts 2. This game is actually still in early access, but what they got so far from what we played, we had a ball. There's a lot of content in the game so far, and they're basically doing their best with their roadmap and rolling out everything in a timely fashion. If you're not familiar with the Xenonauts series, it's basically a faithful recreation of the old school XCOM UFO defense game. Tactical strategy stuff, dope stuff, real hardcore. It's really going to punish you if you don't know what you're doing. Real ill. Gotta be number 8. Now, the next game on the list. This had to be the most surprising game of the year. Honestly, it had to be Minecraft Legends. Now, this game threw me for a loop. This is Minecraft dipping his hat into the RTS genre. That didn't even make sense to me. I didn't even know they were making this game. I did not see no footage on this game. I didn't see no trailers. So when I seen this game came out, I said, holy hell, what's going on here? Played the game, loaded it up. Minecraft Legends, a Minecraft RTS, mind you. I said, this has to be some sort of disaster. Honestly, I had a ball with the game. We did an entire series on this game on the channel. We played the whole campaign, and off camera, we played so much PvP. It was a blast. I don't even do a lot of multiplayer stuff like that. I feature some multiplayer content on the channel, but with this game in particular, I had mad fun playing this game. This game definitely makes the list easy at number 7. Minecraft took a big risk with their IP, trying to dip their toe into the RTS genre. I'm not going to say it's the best RTS I ever played, not by a long shot, but it was definitely fun, definitely dope, and I'm glad they took a risk like that, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get it together and make a dope game and keep making different genres from here on out. The next game on the list, in the same fashion of the previous game, this game was created inside of Minecraft. The next game on the list, number 6, is Hermitcraft TCG. Now, I gotta break this down. This is probably one of the dopest video game stories I've ever heard in my life, let alone all year. Now, I'm gonna break it down real quick and swift. Hermitcraft TCG is a video game that originally was made inside of the vanilla Minecraft game by a Hermitcraft player by the name of Vintage Beef. Now, Hermitcraft is basically a group of popular Minecrafters that get together and make videos on a server. What this guy Vintage Beef did, he made a card game inside of Minecraft so him and his friends can play on a server. Now, that was cool. That was dope. I watched the whole process and I thought, hey, this is probably the dopest thing I've ever seen somebody do inside Minecraft. Now, standalone, it was great by itself. Then something interesting happened. The game was so dope, just watching it, somebody decided to create a digital version of this game, you know, with his respects, obviously, and released it to the public, I think on a Discord or something like that. I know I ran into it right after he released the game and they played it online. I ran into the digital version on one of these Discords. And I'm like, you know what, let me just check it out. Let me just download it and see if they even, you know, was able to create the game properly. And when I tell you they did an excellent job, I played the game for about 12 hours straight the first day I played it. And I was like, holy shit. This is amazing. This game is dope. It was so dope and it was developing so fast that I decided to do a special feature series on it on the channel, so you can check that out right now. I did an entire special feature on the Hermitcraft TCG. Now, in my opinion, that was a dope story if you just leave it at that. Somebody created a game in Minecraft. It was so dope. The digital version became to life and everybody enjoyed it. The game had hundreds of thousands of downloads or something like that. Something crazy I heard within a few weeks. So that was crazy in itself. A free game for the public created with inside a game. Then something else interesting happened. The game went through some updates, some developments. It got way bigger than it was supposed to get digitally. Then the physical version of the game got created by Vintage Beef and he started selling the actual card game in real life. And that card game is also doing well. People are making videos on it, YouTube content. So that's probably one of the dopest stories I've heard. For somebody to create a game within a video game, that becomes an actual digital game that people play, and that becomes a physical product that people can play and trade and buy. And if you're not familiar with how this type of TCG game works out, it's basically the Pokemon trading card game, but with Minecraft flavor. That's the best way to explain it, and that's dope. Something like that is a phenomenal, it's very inspiring, and it definitely deserves a place on this list because I had the most fun out of every game I mentioned prior playing this digital game. And if you check it out now, there's a lot of updates that happened since then. I'm probably going to feature this game again sometime on the channel in a live stream or something because it's just an amazing story. Now, moving along to number 5, getting right into it, is going to have to be Mass Effect. Now, this is not a new game. Mass Effect itself is a very old game, but I'm specifically talking about the Legendary Edition. We finally played it this year. Now, I was going to play this game when it first came out in 2020, but I said, you know what, let me hold off on it, and I wanted to wait. And I'm glad I waited because a lot of other things was in between that, but this game had to be amazing. I played a couple of hours off camera, then I immediately stopped everything I was doing and started making a Let's Play series on this game with mad cinematic effects, real dope, and it's just a fun game to record, rewatch, and just edit. I like even the editing process of this game, and that's very rare in this type of space. So I had to put this on the list. Mass Effect definitely made the cut. Now, number 4, this game is probably the biggest surprise for me of the year. It came towards the end of the year as well. It's gonna have to be BAR. Beyond All Reason. This is another dope video game story, but I'm not going to tell the whole story. But basically, this game is being developed currently by the community. So a lot of community input, mods, and creations happen all day, every day. This game also have a development team, but it's a completely free game, an RTS, like one of the old school classic RTSs. It's one of them rare games that I never heard of, and I just decided to say, you know what, I got a recommendation to play it. And I said, you know what, let me play it real quick. Because I already had my RTS event scheduled, so I said, it is RTS season. Let me jump on and play BAR. And when I tell you this game was probably one of the most amazing RTSs I've played in my life, Once I got the mechanics and fully understood what was going on, I started looking into the game. I said, yo, what we got here is spectacular. It immediately took the place in this live stream event I had planned. It took the place of a classic game. I'm not going to say which game it is because I do plan on playing it, but we made sure this game jumped the line. We did an entire week of footage on this game. We cut the stream off after about an hour and a half of streaming during the event, and then played this game from probably midnight to 8 in the morning, almost every single night. This game was crazy to me. I was spending like way too much time playing BAR, brand new game being developed by the community. It's not even in 1.0 yet. This game is still in alpha. And when I tell you it's so much content, so much mods and community stuff going on, it's crazy. BAR, number 4 game of the year. I got a lot more to say about this game, but we're going to leave it like that for this list. Now, getting into number 3 is going to have to be War Tales. This game was definitely a dope game. I seen this game a while ago and I knew it was coming out, so when it dropped, I immediately got my hands on it and played it. It's very similar to a game like Battle Brothers, but it's more of a 3D aspect, a mercenary simulator. Real dope tactical strategy, right up our alley. We decided to play it and it did not disappoint. I recommended this game to a few other people. They played it, they had a ball, and they're currently running the game and it's throwing them for a loop too. Pretty dope. Definitely number 3 on the list. I had so much fun playing this game that it's kind of a spin-off series. You know, when you look at the lore, the way I take the lore inside the game, but it definitely stands alone as a classic in my book. Now, moving on to number 2, believe it or not, is going to have to be Bannerlord. This game also is not a brand new game, but I've been following this game since early development, since this game was just being whispered about. I do come from the whole Warband style of game. I played Warband on PlayStation 4. I played Warband on Steam. I played Warband for the Xbox Game Pass. That's one of my favorite games of all time. Before I even had a YouTube channel, I played that game Warband, Mountain Blade, a ton. I was even going to do a series on Warband when I started my YouTube channel, but I decided to go with the Three Kingdoms game opposed to Warband. But anyway, so I've been following Bannerlord since there was whispers about the game. I seen all the development to hell it went through, all of the early alpha crazy shenanigans. I followed most of the YouTubers that covered the game. And then when it released, it had some issues and I didn't think I had a PC that could play the game when it first released. And then after time went past, I was able to play it, downloaded it, and it was everything I thought it was going to be. It was Warband plus way better. Ended up doing an entire series on this game, 45 episodes, probably one of the longest series running on our channel at the moment, and it's still running. This series alone has spawned at least 3 other mini-series based on the same character we used in this game. It's that dope, and I plan on doing a lot more Bannerlord content in the future. In the number 2 spot, when we had some of the most fun, period. Now, believe it or not, number 1 wasn't that hard to pick. As soon as I thought of the top 10 list, I knew what game was going to be number 1. And that game has got to be One Piece Odyssey. Now, I heard about this game. I heard about the development cycle. I was like, let's see if they pull this off. Because just like One Piece World Seeker, if you're not familiar with that game, another RPG in the One Piece universe, I wasn't too hype about that game. I did say I was going to play it, but I wasn't too hype about it. Now, with this game, with the turn-based aspect, I was way more interested, but I wasn't too sure about it. But once it dropped, I gave it a shot. I actually started playing this game in January. And we started the game, great reception from the community. We had a ball playing it. It was amazing. We got about almost halfway through, and then we kind of put it on ice for a while. But the thing about One Piece is this has to be the best year in One Piece history when it comes to the manga, the source material. The anime has been on fire. It's been the best possible. And then out of nowhere, One Piece releases the live action late summer, early fall. That took the world by storm. We started playing this game again, and we actually completed the game, and the reception from everybody on the channel, most people I talk to that don't even watch video game content like that, they even enjoyed the playthrough. So this game has to be the number 1 game that we had the most fun with. And honestly, One Piece been eating all year. If you're a One Piece fan, From January 1st of 2023 to December 31st of 2023, you've been eaten with unlimited great content. The most previous chapter was a banger. The last anime episode was a banger. Everything involving One Piece all year been on fire. I'm even thinking about replaying this game in some shape, form, or fashion. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I got some things in mind. So stay tuned for that. One Piece is just fire. Definitely the #1 game we played all year, hands down. The most fun we've had, and we're definitely thinking about doing it again. But there you go, man. That's my top 10 games of 2023. Got a lot of stuff coming up for the year. Stay tuned for that. Salute to the subscribers. With that being said, it's your boy DB4, and I'm out. Peace.